Today, we're going to be putting this M3 bumper on my
F30 328. Let's get into it. So as you know, I've been working on this car for quite a while. The only thing that really irritates me are these chips on my front bumper. And today, we're going to be fixing that. All right, so what we're going to do first, we're going to go ahead and put a tent over the car because the sun is beaming today. And we'll just jack up the front and put 2 jack stands on each side. All right, so now since we have on jack stands, we're going to go ahead and pop the hood so we can access the first screws on the bumper. So first thing we need to do, we need to take this weather stripping off, and it'll give us access to our first few screws we have. So for the 2 on the sides that's nearest to the headlights are going to be T25s, and these in the middle are going to be T30s. So once you have these 6 out in the middle and 2 on the side, we can go into the wheel well. This is why it's best to have your car already jacked up so you can actually turn your wheels. You can just go in your car and turn the steering wheel and it'll turn for you, because if you had it on the ground it'd be way harder. But then we're going to come in here. We have 1, 2, 3 of these short 8mm, and there's gonna be 2 long ones. One's right here, and then there's one behind it. And then we can take this part off and we'll do the same on the other side. Screws are gonna look like 2 long ones and 3 short ones. To get to the longer ones, you need to take out the first 3 down here, and then you can come up here and pull this back and you'll have access to those. So then once you do the passenger side, this is where you can unhook all of your attachments. So if you have like headlight washers, your fog lights, and your sensors, this is where you unplug it. There's this wire right here, and it connects to the fog lights. And then down here is where the sensors are. Just unplug those, and then we can go to the bottom of the car. So then when we're under the car, we'll just take out all these 8mm. So once you have it off, I did leave this one on. I have the parking sensors, so I need to take all these off. I'm gonna go ahead and label them. This is my passenger side, so I'm gonna put passenger far, passenger middle, driver's middle, driver's far, and then we'll continue. So here, I'm just taking out my sensors. It's really easy. You just come over here and you push these apart. I can't do it with one hand. Oh, I may be able to, but you push it apart and you'll be able to pull it out. I left this attached because I'm gonna leave it on until I put my new one on. And then my labels are on there. With the bumper I have, it already came with this already intact. So I'm just gonna basically pop these into place and they'll be good. The only things that you really need from your old bumper, if you're keeping your fog lights, I'm not, you can take them off and transfer them. And you're gonna need this part right here. You gotta pop it off. You have to take these out and it'll pop out. So this part, I just took off the old bumper. It just comes off and on like this. You push the notches in and then you just push this part down. And it's gonna click into place, just like that. Okay, so I have everything off. Sensors are off. I'm doing a fog light delete. So I'm taking off my fog lights. So I don't even need those. I may keep them, I may sell them. May even do a giveaway, I don't know. And then I'm gonna transfer everything over. The only thing I need to transfer is the sensors, so I'm about done. I went ahead and move my bumper over here. Since I'm not gonna be reusing this bumper, and maybe not even selling it, I just ripped off the BMW badge. I do have some dents right here. If I wanted to, I could fix it. So yeah, and this is what it's gonna look like on the new one. Oh yeah. All right, let's get this thing on. So now what we gotta do, we have to get this bracket off here. So we have to first move these air ducts. It's gonna be 2 screws. We have to go back in the wheel well. And then it's gonna be another one of those push clamps from the bottom right here. So I got to take mine out, and these are just broken off of it. So you have to take these 2 off though, but I don't. Sorry for the loud cicada, but once you have everything off, you just need to take this bolt out right here, because if we don't take this bracket off, we won't be able to go to an M Sport bumper. The 10mm. So once you have this bracket off, just pull it off. And we won't need this anymore. We just have to take this air duct off. It's gonna be 2 weird little push clamp things up here, right behind this silver screw. You have to push it together and then away. Also, you have to come down here and push it up off of this lock tab. And it should make it easier for this to come off. So I got my shroud out. My kit came with another set of these. So I'm gonna go and put them on. This side I already took off, and then this side I have my sensor on. Just take the sensor off and then transfer it over. So I have both of my under tray things on. I did just go and transfer my old screw pins onto them. Now I'm gonna put on my fog light delete thing. They look like this. That's right here. And this just attaches to the old fog light thing, so my fog light, I guess alarm light doesn't come on. And yeah, we're gonna put our air ducts back in. Get your air ducts back in. Your kit should come with some of these right here. These just connect up the top of your bumper so they can be screwed in. Go and put these on. It looks something like this. They go onto the bottom, just push it on and the clips will hold it. So for these are for your headlight washers. I don't have any. And what I'm going to do, it's the right side. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get some 3M tape and put it on the back of this right here. And then I'm also gonna maybe put some super glue in there to make sure it's held by anything. Mine doesn't have any clips where it like holds onto it, so I'm just gonna 3M tape and glue it on. All right, so this is what we're working with. I just went ahead and put in these on the sides where the head washers would be, and then also this circle down here. Now all I have to do is hook up the parking sensors that I already labeled, and then we could put it all back onto the car. For this, I'm not gonna attach it to the back of the bumper because then I really won't be able to take it off unless I unclip it. So I'm going to be clipping it right up here below the headlight. Okay, so I got my sensors back in. So what we have to do is to make sure we lift it up perfectly, and they're gonna go the top. These right here are gonna be here, and then the edge. Hold up. So what all I did was lift it up and try to get the top mounted first. Just got to get it hooked up here, and then what I'm doing is making sure that everything isn't like scratching. So I got to get this side, just lift it up a little bit, and then move this out of the way like this, and we can start trying to get the clips here aligned so it'll hold up the top. What I'm doing, I got these two started, and then I'm starting to go around and get all the clips perfectly even, so it starts to level out the bumper, because the bumper does come a little bit bent, so it's kind of like bowing in, so you have to make sure you try to bow it back out or it's not gonna fit right. Okay, so I am now up under the car. I'm gonna show you how to do the spacer because it took me forever to figure it out. These spacers are supposed to be coming downwards. You may wonder, why is that? But it's because the belly pin, this right here, is supposed to go over it. So it actually pulls your bumper up under it. And then you just put your screws here. I don't have any extra screws because they didn't send me any hardware, so I'm using push clamps for these 4 holes that connect to the bumper. And then I'm just gonna put the screws back in. All right, so now we have the front bumper on. I'm not gonna cap, it took me forever because when you're doing these sides, you're gonna need someone else to help push it into the perfect place it's supposed to be at. And then you have to do the back screw first, then the front screw, and then do that on both sides. And then it'll be here. Now I'm finna just put the bolts back in on the sides here, and then the other side, and then we'll glue on my emblem. I think that'll be it. All right, so we have everything on. It's the finished product. I think it looks great. I literally have nothing to say about it. I was gonna ask, should I keep the emblem on or off? This is what it looks like off, and that's what it looks like on. I'm just gonna put it back on. Other than that, that's about it. I think in the next video, we're gonna be putting on the side skirts, so stay tuned for that. And as always, I appreciate you watching. Peace out.